Welcome back, legends.
Three, two, one, let's go! Yo, listen up, about to tell you some tales of fighters and wizard shuriken and sails. The ups, the downs, the wins, the fails, and heroes that would make the Avengers pale. Madara Uchiha, he's a goddess shinobi, dunking on allied forces harder than freaking Kobe. Heading over to Marineford, ready to take the risk. You see, Wiper crack the air with one blow off his fist. Brighter than the sun, hotter than you can see. Oh my god, Goku just went Super Saiyan 3 with Naruto, Luffy, the Dragon Ball 7. We about to crank the speed out all the way up to 11. You just died and you're about to be led to the greatest show this side of anime heaven. So sit down and stay tuned. Hey yo, DJ Spin, welcome to the show. This is Anime Legends.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the official 38th episode of Anime Legends. This episode is titled the episode that was supposed to be Dandy. Last week we had a little bit of a technical difficulty hang up, and it just got all crazy. And we couldn't do a live stream last week, and I am very sorry about that. But this week we're here. We don't have a beard, and I guess you're getting used to it. Anyways, just a few things I'd like to cover before we start off. You know, I have to advertise. I have to put the word out there about stuff because we poor boys out here. We real poor boys. And not the sandwich. Anyways, we do have a Patreon here at the AfroX channel. You can go check that out at www.com or www.patreon.com/AfroX. If you look up www.com, I don't know what you're going to find. It's probably something you're not supposed to be looking at. Anyways, patreon.com/AfroX. You can go on there, check it out. We have 5 tier levels that range from, let's see if I can remember the names: famous, epic, mythical, legendary, and immortal. Those are the 5 tiers that you can subscribe to in on my Patreon. Now, famous level, $5 a month. What you're gonna get your name shown at the end of every edited video, and edited videos will be coming back soon. I know I've been promising that. Probably gonna get on that this week. Then the epic level, $10 a month. You will get your name shown and announced at the end of every video. Then we move on to the mythical level. Not Mythical Morning. That's a whole other YouTube channel, and I can't steal their shtick. But anyways, the mythical level, that is $30 a month. If you donate $30 a month, you're gonna get your name. So all of these rewards stack. So you're gonna get your name shown and announced at the end of every edited video, and you're also gonna get a link to my official AfroX AMA Discord. You can go on there, ask me anything you want at all. I'm an open book, but there are some things I won't tell you. But you can ask me anything. I won't answer anything or just anything. But on there, you can also suggest new video ideas, and you will be the first people that I go to for new video ideas. So you'll be the first voices to be heard, really. And if that wasn't a sweet enough bet, or a sweet enough pot, in the AfroX Discord, once we start getting people donating $30 a month, stuff like that, all the people in the Discord are going to be getting my edited videos one day early. So you will be able to see my content one day before it drops officially on YouTube. And that is extremely, extremely exciting. Then moving on to the legendary level, that's $50 a month. These top two levels I don't really expect anyone to do, but don't let me crush your dream. If you like this channel that much. But at the legendary level, you're gonna get your name shown and announced. You're gonna get your name shown in fancy lettering and announced in fully edited audio. You're gonna get a link to my Discord, of course, and then you're gonna get a handwritten thank you note from me, which will include a signature. So you will have you'll have my autograph then. And the final level, the immortal level. Yes, I know I always talk about being legendary, but there is one level above legendary, and that is the immortal level. That is $100 a month. I don't expect anybody to donate $100 a month, but that would be the greatest blessing of all time. And pretty much at that point, you are funding the channel. So name shown in fancy lettering, announced in fully edited audio. At the end of every edited video, you will get a link to my Discord to get content one day early and ask me questions and suggest videos. You will get a handwritten thank you note from me with an autograph. And then on top of all of that, you will be given a link to join any one of my live streams. You can join the live stream, come on, plug your channel, plug your business, whatever you're doing. You get a free reign segment of any of my live streams that you want to hop onto if you donate $100 a month. And that will also that technically will also include my new Friday live stream, which is talking about the newest chapters of One Piece. And we'll get to that later, but yeah. So yeah, that's the tiers of Patreon. You can go on there, check it out. That's great. Now, just really, really quickly before we continue on, I have to tell you about www.teespring.com. It's /store-afro-x store-afro X-2, I believe it is. There's a link to it in all of the edited videos, so you can find it there if I'm being inaccurate. But yes, yeah, you can find it there. And if you go to that link, you will find the official AfroX t-shirt. It's $30 for the t-shirt. 10% of that will come back to the channel to help out the channel. And you get a great piece of merch. On the front, it has the AfroX logo, and on the back, it has the AfroX slogan, which is, of course, stay legendary. So, yep, Patreon merch, we're loving it. We're doing it. Anyways, let's get started. So, today, as you have probably surmised already, we are going to be talking about the anime called Space Dandy. One of my favorite animes that I've ever seen. I actually have not seen the second season of it, but I did see the entire first season of it, and it was absolutely phenomenal. This anime is made by the creators of Full Metal Alchemist, Cowboy Bebop, and I believe Soul Eater. I think that was the three ones that they advertised when they first came out. But yeah, it's super good, and we're gonna get to that. But first, the first segment in any Anime Legends live stream, which is what anime / manga have you watched / read this week? There we go. what anime slash manga have you watched slash read this week? Um, Let me know in the chat here, and we will discuss it. As for the anime and manga that I watched this week, I'm actually really getting back into anime and stuff like that, which has been really good. The anime I watched this week, all Demon Slayer, man. I closed out season 1 of Demon Slayer. I watched Mugen Train, and we will have an entire live stream about Mugen Train for sure. And then just last night I started the first episode of the Entertainment District arc, which, just so you are aware, the first episode is rather long. It's about 45 to 50 minutes long, something like that. So it's going to be longer than your average anime episode. But anyway, I'm loving it. Demon Slayer, easily one of my favorite animes right now. Now, will it stand the test of time and become a classic anime? I doubt it. But it could. It could blossom into something amazing. I have a few questions about it, some things that confuse me about Demon Slayer, but I mean, we'll get there. We will get there. Anyways, the manga that I've been reading this week, obviously read chapter 1043 of One Piece, and oh my word, it is absolutely nutsoid. Oda pulling out all the stops, not holding back any punches. And yeah, is good. Is real good. Like honestly, for the people who say that One Piece is long and boring and there's not a lot happening, you need to read the manga. People who excuse me. People who say they don't like the anime, I agree. I hate the anime. The anime is absolutely awful. Nothing is in the right place. Nothing is making sense. But people who don't like the anime of One Piece need to read the manga, because you will like the manga so much more. Like a million times more. Trix is in here. Trix says, "Sup everyone, sup Trix, so good to see you." Right now I'm just talking about what anime slash manga I've watched and read this week. So yeah, Demon Slayer and One Piece. Trix says, yeah, I don't like the anime as well. Yeah. One Piece anime has a lot to work on, a lot to be desired, but the manga is a banger. So, honestly, if I had to say something extreme, I'd say it almost feels like the manga of One Piece is a completely different story from the anime of One Piece. Like, it has similar characters, but the flow of it makes more linear sense. And also, I mean, there is the appeal of, like, hey, this is kind of like a TV show. Like, you finish an episode, you finish a chapter, you have to wait an entire week to find out what happens. Everybody has theories, everybody has questions, and you are forced to just wait until Oda comes out with the next chapter. You can't binge manga. Well, you can binge manga if you're way back in it. But you can't binge new manga. So, Trix, let me know, what anime and manga have you been watching and reading this week? I would be interested to find out about that. While we're waiting on those responses, I'm just gonna let you guys know a little look into how my life is going right now. Um, everything's going really well. I'm really trying to move forward. As you may know, I am a DJ. Um, and I'm really trying to make a good paying career out of that. Because I'm almost 30 years old, and I mean past 30, I really want to be doing what I will be doing for the rest of my life, um, and not just trying desperately to scrape and just clamor for dead end jobs. Um, Even though dead end jobs are pretty much a great way to make quick cash nowadays. Um, but yeah, I want a career just so I can have a good sense of purpose, um, and so I can feel like actually important. And it is taking off. It's going well. I have a couple gigs that are scheduled for later this year, and I'm really excited to be doing those. And I mean, it's great, but it's also confusing and difficult because if you have a career that is your passion, that's awesome because you get to be your own boss and have a job where you get to do what you want to do. um but there is also a business side of it that I need to keep in mind, that like at the end of the day, this needs to be bringing in money. I need to guarantee that this is bringing in money. I need to go through all the right channels. I need to make sure everything is above board, that I don't have to cut through any red tape. Because honestly, if I met a block at this point, I don't know what I would do. Um, but hopefully I won't. Hopefully this will keep going. The train will keep running down the tracks. We did have a bit of a slow season back in the winter, and it's good to know. And I'm glad I went through that because it's good to know that there will be a slow season in the winter. Um, and just to be like, okay, you can't really rely on DJing when it's like January to March. Um, honestly, the big wedding season, as far as I can ascertain so far, is pretty much September to December. um like, yeah, there's a few spring weddings, something like that, but um September to December is where people usually want their weddings. Anyways, Trick says One Piece, Black Clover, and for the monthly ones, Witch Hat Atelier. Um, I never got into Black Clover just because it really overshadowed the Seven Deadly Sins, and I thought Seven Deadly Sins was a much more superior anime. Um, and I've heard of Witch Hat Atelier just from you telling me, but I have not seen it, so I should check that out. Um, anyways, looks like we have a second person in watching the stream. Hey, second person, if you'd like to get in the chat, let us know what anime / manga you've been watching, or anything you'd want to say or questions you want to ask. I would appreciate that so much. Anyways, we are moving on to the meat and potatoes of today, which is the anime Space Dandy. Space Dandy. All right. So let me pull up my notes here. All right. So Space Dandy is a 2014 Japanese comic science fiction anime television series produced by Bones. I always forget Bones. And the space opera follows the misadventures of Dandy, an alien bounty hunter who is a dandy guy in space. in search for undiscovered and rare aliens with his robot assistant QT and his feline friend named Meow. Though he and his crew act with the best intentions, despite being normally dim-witted and next to useless, Dandy is unaware that he's being pursued by Dr. Gel of the Gogol Empire. Pretty much, if I had to describe this anime in layman's terms, it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy meets Bobo 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 Bo, which sounds crazy as it is. But yeah. So yeah, the series has loose continuity, which just means at the end of every episode, it's a black screen reset. Everything goes back to normal. No matter what happens, everything is just reset. Several episodes featuring the main protagonist and antagonist dying, getting turned into zombies, or getting trapped in different dimensions for periods of time, only for them to show up as normal in the next episode. There are also many references to older science fiction, music, anime, and internet culture. All right. Let's take a look into the voice actors, or the characters and their voice actors. So Dandy is the main character. He's the captain of the spaceship, the Aloha Oi, and he's very prideful but very unintelligent. And he kind of is like a class act pervert, and just always after women. He is voiced by Ian Sinclair, and Ian Sinclair is most famous for playing Brook in One Piece, but he's also played a lot of other characters. He played Liam in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. He played Romano, the older brother of Italy, in Hitalia. Let's see here. Yeah, he played Brook. He also played Ryuma. That's the undead guy who Zoro gets his sword from. Attack on Titan, he plays Nile Dot. In Assassination Classroom, he plays the Reaper, which is the persona of Koro Sensei before he becomes Koro Sensei. And yeah, there's a whole bunch. My Hero Academia, he plays Mezo Shoji. In Dragon Ball, in all the Dragon Ball stuff, he plays Whis, which I honestly think is super cool. But yeah, pretty much he's best known for playing Brook and Whis in One Piece and Dragon Ball stuff, respectively. That's Ian Sinclair. He plays Space Dandy. He has a very big range. And because his voice can go again, reverse time, to be Whis, but it can also go yo. He can have a very high pitch range, but that's what makes him good for some characters. But then for Dandy, he goes and has a very suave accent. You would almost mistake him for being the voice actor of Might Guy from Naruto. So that's a bit on Dandy. Then there is QT. QT is a small little robot that honestly looks like a 1990s vacuum. And QT pretty much just cleans up around the ship, and QT is the straight man to Dandy's comic relief. And she's always just QT is a male, and is referred to as a male, but has a female's voice. So a young male, most likely. But QT is always reacting to Dandy's shenanigans, and usually is the one who stays on the ship when Dandy and Meow go to explore different planets. And the planets, man, the design in the anime is crazy. It's an acid trip. Like, think Dead Leaves, think Kill la Kill. Actually, that was the other one. It's also from the creators of Kill la Kill. But yeah. So QT in the English is voiced by Alison Victorian, and she plays Bucky in Dragon Ball GT: A Hero's Legacy. In School Rumble, she plays the child version of Haruki Hanai. Let's see. In Sergeant Frog, she plays Karada. In Summer Wars, she plays Shingo Jinuchi. In Fairy Tail, she plays Shelia Blendy. Yeah, she doesn't really have very many big, very many big roles and stuff. But she's definitely good, definitely very amazing. So moving on to Meow. So Meow is not really the name of this character. This character's name is like written as me with a bunch of symbols after it, and it's apparently pronounced meow meow meow. And Dandy and QT couldn't understand this at all. And so they give him the name Meow because it's easier. And he's constantly reminding them that he's not a cat. He is a Beetlejuicean. And it's kind of funny because this is the same thing with like Mona or Morgana from Persona 5. Just characters who look like different animals having to constantly correct people. Chopper in One Piece, everyone thinks he's a raccoon dog, and he's like, no, I'm a reindeer. Like I actually, and this is the one we get. Like, I actually fuck with Santa. Yeah, that kind of reindeer. But anyways, he's constantly reminding them that he's a Beetlejuicean and not just a regular cat. But he goes along with Dandy, and he's kind of just like the best friend that hangs out and stuff. He is played by Joel McDonald, and in One Piece, Joel McDonald plays Bartholomew Kuma, Megalo, and all of the pacifistas. In Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, he plays Ure Rockbell, which I believe is Winry's father. In Hetalia, he plays Poland. In Deadman Wonderland, he didn't have a role, but he's listed as the ADR director. In Fairy Tail, he plays Zeref Dragneel and Alios. But yeah. Fire Force, he plays Tojo. That's exciting. I really want to see that. But Joel McDonald, in My Hero Academia, he plays Yuga Aoyama, the laser beam from the belly button guy. But yeah, that's actually really, really cool. I'm gonna skip through a couple of characters here to get onto the narrator of the story, who actually plays a rather big role in it. Not spoiling anything, but he's pretty much the one who introduces every episode. He also interacts with some of the characters because they break the fourth wall a lot. But he is played by R. Bruce Elliott, and R. Bruce Elliott is a very big name in anime. He plays the current voice of Ginyu in Dragon Ball things. But yeah, he's primarily known for playing Ginyu in all the Dragon Ball stuff. In My Hero Academia, he plays the Shie Hakaisai boss. In Assassination Classroom, he plays Matsukata. In Attack on Titan, he plays Dot Pixis. In Fairy Tail, he plays Makarov and Faust. And yeah, that's just for you. That's what I wanted to remember. In One Piece, he plays Edward Newgate. This dude, who is the narrator for Space Dandy, is Whitebeard. So he has my undying respect. He plays Edward Newgate, Dr. Nako, and Henzo. But the dude is Whitebeard. Like, he's the voice of Whitebeard, and I absolutely love it. In Dragon Ball Z, The World's Strongest, he plays Dr. Wheelo. But yeah, that's a little on our Bruce Elliott. But yeah, there's a couple of other characters in there that I won't really touch on right now. But all in all, Space Dandy is really good. It's really good if you just want an anime to tune out to. If you're just having a lazy day. And I honestly just think it's great. It is a good anime, not a classic, not great, not horrible, just good. It is a tune-out anime for... It would be a great anime, and I don't promote this at all. I do not promote this, but for the people who engage in a little bit of the green, it's the perfect anime for... walking up a few steps to, if you know what I mean. So let's see some of the chat here. So Trick says, "Oh no, Black Clover anime is terrible. It's better to read it." I honestly would probably get into the manga, because yeah, anime is kind of anime today in its modern format. How it's done today has kind of disappointed me. I won't say anime was a mistake, because that was actually a misquote of Hayao Miyazaki. And I believe he was saying what I'm saying. Anime, the way it's made today, is a mistake. Trick said, "Damn, that comparison makes sense for Space Dandy." That is true. Dandy's voice actor has range. He does have range, and a lot of it, going from suave to high pitched to whatever he has to do. Wait, he's Whitebeard? That's hype. It is hype, dude. I would love to meet our Bruce Elliott someday, just so I could get like a clip of him going or like something like that, doing Whitebeard's laugh, or doing a Whitebeard line or something like that. "Come, my sons," or something great like that. I would die. I would be absolutely dead at that point. Anyways, that's some good feedback we've gotten. That is all on Space Dandy, which means that it is now time to do a quick discussion of One Piece number 1043. I did talk about this on Friday. And I'm gonna rush through it right here. But there is a live stream that you can check out, all about One Piece 1043, and is pretty good. I go through in detail the entire chapter. So One Piece 1043 was god dang, what was the title of it? It was such a banger. I can't even remember the title of it, but pretty much we start off with Luffy just gets has just gotten distracted by CP0. Kaido gets the final hit on him, and to quote a old rapper friend of mine, one hit and I flatten your captain. So Luffy's out. Luffy's down for the count. All the air blows out of him. He spirals off into the distance. And really quick, I'm just gonna get a footer here. All right. Okay. So he flies off into the distance. Kaido is extremely pissed because CP0 just ruined a fair match for him. He wanted to take Luffy down fair and square. So and I mean, looking at it, we have to ask. We really have to ask. Luffy had like a King Kong gun loaded up. Kaido had his Raging Thunder Bagua. Who really would have won in that fight? Would they have knocked each other out, or would Luffy have lost anyway? I honestly think Luffy would have lost anyway, because Luffy was at his limit. Kaido was nowhere near his limit. He had eons to go. Anyways, so Luffy's out for the count, and CP0, he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna die, but I don't care. I did my job. I did what I was supposed to do. And he's like, I may have changed history, and that is worth my death. So Kaido brings down another Raging Thunder Bagua right on his head, and it is so powerful that it crashes through the ceiling of Onigashima. So Kaido comes through here, and he's just pissed. He's angry, and he's like, bring me Momonosuke. This is done. We're getting this over. I'm killing this kid. And then I don't support killing kids, by the way. But Kaido does because he's evil. So he's like, I'm killing this kid. We getting this whole stuff done here. I ain't messing around. And he's just like, all y'all are done for right off the bat, because your main dude Luffy is dead. He gone. He done walked off to the land of I don't know where, but he on the floor. And so Chopper's crying because that's what Chopper do. But Nami's like, the F no. Like, Luffy ain't dead. Luffy can't die. That's impossible. Because Nami like, Luffy got plot armor. He the main character. He can't die. So but really, Nami is just like, plot armor. So Kaido's like, yeah, I don't like that. And he sprays a blast breath out at her. Marco gets in the way, and Marco blocks the blast breath attack. And BDA Law been talking a lot about how he says Marco isn't really utilized much in this arc, and that is true. I honestly don't know why Marco is even still around. Like, the only thing that I can think of is that, because I mean, the Whitebeard pirates are fully disbanded. Whitebeard's dead. Ace is dead. Thatch is dead. Teach has become the main villain of the series. Marco is like the only not dead Whitebeard pirate commander left. Like, he is the Whitebeard pirates right now. And even at one point when he's fighting Big Mom, like, Big Mom is like, why is a relic of the last generation here? But yeah, I think Marco is there to represent Whitebeard and be the guy who's just like, hey, buck up. We got this. Let's keep going. Let's keep driving. We're gonna get this done. And it's not even Marco. When I see Marco in the manga nowadays, I see Whitebeard. And it'd be really cool if Marco became that kind of big legendary thing that Whitebeard was, but I doubt that's gonna happen. In fact, if Marco got killed in even a couple of episodes, I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't be saddened in the least. Like, yeah, Marco's a great guy, but he's not that popular of a character. And I mean, like, I know we shouldn't kill off characters because they're not popular, but I mean, dang, man, like, become something, do something. You've had the same powers forever. Like, are you gonna get an awakening? Will Marco get an awakening? I certainly hope so, or else he's gonna be put by the wayside in front of all these other people. So anyways, Momonosuke says he can't hear Luffy's voice anymore, and Trafalgar Law also says this. And the thing that BDA Law did not touch on that I said was super important was the fact that Law said that Luffy's voice was gone. And that confirmed it. Because that is 2 accounts now saying that Luffy's voice is gone. Luffy is completely dead. I want to confirm it here for anyone who has second thoughts, anything. Luffy fully died in this chapter. Ichiro Oda killed his main character in this chapter, which is absolutely, it's absolutely legendary. It is absolutely surprising, and also took you long enough. I mean, like, what, Naruto died around like chapter 500, I'd guess. And I mean, in Bleach, Ichigo has died countless times, but like, this is a trope in shonen, just that when a character dies, it is part of them being reborn into a greater form, and we are going to see that in a bit. So anyways, Law and Kid are down there, and Law actually foretold it. He was like, I'm done. I can't do anything. Even if Kaido came out of that hole in the sky, like, I would be able to do nothing about it. So of course Kaido does come back through it, and so he's like damn it, Luffy, like, why could you not pull this off? And so him and Kid are like, Kid's like, I'm gonna go down swinging. Like I know we ain't gonna win, but I'm not going out like a bee. And I mean, that made Kid look really cool in my eyes. So then we go on, and pretty much Yamato and Momonosuke are having a back and forth here, and like Momonosuke is just like freaking out and he's scared, and I get that because he has the mentality of a kid still, of like a 10-year-old kid, and he's trying to do all the stuff, save everybody, and he's like, I kind of just want to give up, like Luffy's gone. He's like, I can't beat the dude who beat Luffy, like I'm not a Yonko. And Yamato's like, whoosh. She like, I like your cut, G. Yeah. But anyway, she's just like, yo, wake up, dude. Like, all your brethren, all the samurai that came before, all the leaders of Wano, they died for this moment. They put this moment in motion so that you could do the thing that you're supposed to do. So she's just like, get out of your head and just like keep doing what you're doing, and we'll face Kaido together. We'll get this done. We'll get this worked out. And she's just like, honestly, if we don't get out of this, I'm good with that. Like, she says, I would rather go down swinging than live as a slave under Kaido for the rest of my life. Like either I live as a slave under Kaido for the rest of my life and work until I'm like 80 years old and can't do anything anymore, and then I die, or I die right here, right now, and I bring a little chunk of him down with me. which I really like that sentiment. And that look that she gives Momonosuke, absolutely devastating. You look at that, and when BDA Law was talking about it, I was looking at his scan, and it was a color scan, and all I could see in Yamato's face was like Momonosuke right now is seeing not only Odin but also seeing his mother in Yamato. Like Yamato is the greatest combination of Odin of Momonosuke's parents, and that's what he needs right now. Is he needs like the backing of people he can trust. Um. So then we move on, and the scene kind of changes back to the roof of Onigashima. Luffy's laying there. Luffy's completely dead. He's out, eyes blacked out. He's done. And then you can't really tell in the manga because the scans don't really like fully say it, but you hear badump, and it's his heartbeat, and suddenly Zunisha speaks up, the elephant that's walking, and he's like, Momonosuke, that's him, that's my boy, that's Joy Boy right there. Like, and Momonosuke is like, what? Who's come back? Who's returned? And he's like, Joy Boy, dude, that's my dude right there. I can tell that he's there. He has returned. And when when Zunisha says he has returned, we see Luffy's face smiling, and the top of his hair, or the top of his head or something, is floating upwards in like a melted goo like substance. Very much like the hairstyle of Sun God Nika, who was the original Joy Boy 800 years ago. So Luffy's going through a full transformation. We don't know what that's going to be yet. My personal theory is that Joy Boy's fruit and Luffy's fruit, because they have the same fruit, the thing that we didn't know was that it's not the Gomu Gomu no Mi. The Gum Gum fruit is not a paramecia. It is a logia. And really, Luffy's power is he has the ability to turn his body into any form of rubber, because there is melted rubber, there is molten rubber, and that's really his thing. He can change his entire body into any form of rubber. Which would be a super cool reveal. I don't know if that's really what's going to happen. A lot of people theorize that he is going to transform into the Monkey King, something like that. I think that'd be really cheesy, and like yeah, it would be cool. Everything is led up to that. But I think it would be a cheese out by Oda to have him be the Monkey King, because I want the win to be on Luffy's own power, his own ability, and not the fact that he's like some sort of deity. Like I would hate it if it's just like Luffy dies, now he's a god. No, Luffy needs to still be a flawed human individual and beat Kaido, because that's the type of hero we need. If I've said it once, I've said it a ton of times that what is it? Heroes who don't struggle aren't heroes. And yes, Luffy struggled enough. Don't get it twisted. But heroes who don't struggle aren't heroes. Like, that's why I didn't like when I watched Resurrection of Frieza, because Goku went and he just kicked Frieza's ass, and Frieza had no chance. Original Frieza had no chance against Super Saiyan Blue, and Goku didn't struggle, and that's why I didn't like his form in that. But yeah, that is everything about One Piece chapter 1043. There is a link to the actual chapter in the description of my full breakdown that I did back on Friday. This next week, they said they're going on break, so this next week there will not be a review of the One Piece chapter, but the week after, I don't know the date specifically on that, but it's probably about the beginning of April. 1044 is going to come out, and we will be doing a review of that. Looking at the chat here, Trick says Luffy was at his limit. He would have lost. Monkey King is of long possible ability. Is of. Oh, you're saying Monkey King is of Kong possible ability? Okay. Anyways, yeah. I mean, everything's up in the air. We don't know what'll happen. Oda may throw a complete curveball. Some people are predicting that Oda is gonna leave a few filler chapters in there to keep the suspense up as to what's happening with Luffy. I hope what happens is he starts the chapter fully showing Luffy's new form, and then he goes in, and then it like changes to inside Onigashima. We see everything that's happening, Kaido attacking everybody, and just when like Momonosuke and Yamato are about to be killed or something, then Luffy just miraculously comes down and in like one hit, one foul swoop beats Kaido. That would be absolutely amazing. So that is my hope. That is my theory. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Just really quick, just to review everything. So we do have a Patreon. You can go on there. Levels are $5, $10, $30, $50, and $100 a month. And that would be really awesome if you could subscribe to that. Could really help out the channel. Teespring.com /store /Afro-X-2. That has the official Afro-X t-shirt, Afro-X logo on the front, and slogan on the back, which is, of course, Stay Legendary. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Next week is going to be the 39th episode, so I'm going to think up an anime to talk about then. But here right now, I am saying on the 40th episode, you know me, every 10 episodes, we do a fully open live stream. Anyone can come into the chat. Anyone can talk to me about anything. And that day, we will be talking about all things Demon Slayer. In 2 weeks, on the 40th episode, we'll be talking about all things Demon Slayer, the first season, Mugen Train, and I'm going to try to get through the Entertainment District arc by then, just so I can talk about that. But yeah, I'm super excited for all of that. Anyways, keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro. And always remember to stay legendary. I think that's a bot. Pretty sure that's a bot. Anyways, talk to you later, YouTube. Bye-bye.